Hello, guys. Welcome back to Nose Nose. Hopefully, everything is going well for you. And we are back with another fragrance video. Today, I'm going to talk about three date night fragrances for every budget that are not Dolce and Gabbana The One, because literally everyone knows that, and you don't want to smell like. Actually, they should rename it to Everyone, the way like it blew up, and it's been extremely popular over the last few years, um, more than a few years actually at this point. Now, don't get me wrong, great fragrance, very very nice. They everything about that fragrance is, of course, great, typical date night fragrance, and of course one of the industry standards when it comes to seductive and sexy and whatnot fragrances. But today I have three fragrances for you here for three different budgets. So depending on what you decide, um, these are the options that are available, and they're all pretty good. Let's kick it off with the cheapest on the list. This is from Zara. Now, I know Zara fragrances get a lot of hate, and I'm not the biggest fan of the way they do their fragrance lines, and most of them are clones, but this one is surprisingly interesting. Uh, it is called Vanilla O2 Collection. Actually, the whole name is ridiculous. Like what's on the box, what's on the bottle is this: Heritage Selection Zara Vanilla O2 Collection, unique, hypnotic, and seductive. But you get the point. So this fragrance is officially listed with three notes only. It has vanilla, it has amber, and labdanum, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a problem here because when I smell it, I get suntan lotion, that coconutty, some kind of like a tropical, but like in a very creamy tropical fashion smell from it. I smell pineapples as well as coconuts. I ate the fragrance, whatever. So you get the point. I get a lot of tropical fruit up top, especially coconuts and pineapple. So if you're a fan of, I want to say 1 million line, especially like the more modern iterations, like the maybe 1 million Lucky, that kind of deal. It's in that wheelhouse. It is a very, very nice fragrance, especially like if you go a little bit light on the trigger, you don't spray it too much. It's very alluring, it's very seductive, it's sexy, and it gets the job done. I even reckon this can be a unisex fragrance. Although it's marketed towards men, this is it? I think it's marketed towards men. This one is very, very good though. Like a solid choice. You can get like these double packages. Like it comes with also Vanilla O1. That one is a clone of Guilty Elixir. If you're familiar with that fragrance, or if you like that fragrance, you can get like a double bottle for $45, and you can find a Zara everywhere essentially. So this is interesting, and also the packaging and the whole presentation also looks nice. I guess maybe if you're a student or your budget is tight, this can be a very very good solution for you. Okay, let's go for your average budget, and of course, if you are maybe a younger guy and you have some money, I recommend going for a Armani Code fragrance, such as the Code EDP I have here. Now, you can go from any of the line. Honestly, you can go with the EDT or the Parfum, but my experience, this one has an advantage going for it. This one is very similar to Code Profumo. If you remember back in the day, Code line was different. They had more fragrances, and they were more interesting instead of just coming in this weird black bottle, whatever. But the juice is pretty good. Now, the notes The official listed notes, again for this also, are only three, which I do not believe is the whole story. Because like when you smell it, there are three notes listed. It has some kind of citrus up top. Yes, it does have some kind of citrus up top. I think it's like green mandarin, if I'm not mistaken. And then it has nutmeg and tonka beans. Of course, you gotta have tonka beans in there. It's a coat fragrance, but that's not the only thing I smell. Especially like in the air, when I smell it. First of all, I smell a lot of cardamom up top. It's sweet with cardamom. Also, I get some kind of like a, um, it's not citrus I get, it's something sweet like apple can be, right? And it's some kind of like a green apple maybe. Also, it has a very ambery base in the dry down, so that works with the tonka obviously. But this three, like the three note strategy they're going for these days, that doesn't tell you the whole story. All you need to know, if you're familiar with code Profumo, this smells extremely close to that. It doesn't perform as much. But I remember I had a sample of code Profumo back in the day. That was nuclear. This one is not as strong. So it's still good. The performance is there. It's very nice. It is, it's a performer, especially like if you go heavy on the trigger, absolutely. But it's not like Code Profumo in terms of performance. Also, I believe like this one can be very good for a date if you want something that is sweet, but at the same time it has some freshness to it. And the Code line obviously is famous. It's been here forever. This carries the DNA perfectly. And probably like from the options they have right now, either you got to get this one or the elixir, I guess. That one smells more similar to Code Absolute, the gold bottle. If you're familiar with that one as well. But for now, you can go with this one. It's a little bit um, heavier, denser than the Zara, but still works pretty well. Yep, I love Code. Last but not least, I have a fragrance from Supers Budapest. This one is called Caesar Ultra. Um, a few things about this fragrance. Don't blind buy this. In my opinion, not everyone can enjoy this. It is very strong. It's potent. It is how say like kind of weird smelling. It's not one of those smells that like you smell it and you go, I know where this comes from, right? It has this very weird, airy, woody, but at the same time, it has some kind of like a floral, sweet aspect to it. So if you want to pull this off, you got to wear it with confidence and know that it's going to be unfamiliar to you. So this, um, to me, smells like a very unique scent that I cannot describe, but it's interesting enough to like pull others in to actually just ask you what the hell is this, right? Now it has a ton of notes. It has iris, it has rose, it has amber, lime, it has patchouli, it has woods, and yet it smells like none of it. Like when you put your nose on it, you're like, what is this? It is to me like a watery, a little bit citrusy kind of a scent mixed with spicy undertone from saffron and amber, which again, oof, and it's strong. So when you smell it, you're like, maybe you're like, okay, no, I don't like this, but give it a try. And if you find a sample somewhere, just sample it and wait. It will grow on you. The first time I smelled this fragrance. Also, by the way, before I forget, it smells extremely similar to Unique's Luxury Crush on Me. So if you're familiar with that fragrance, you will like this one, like if you like that one. Point is this, the first time I smelled it, I was like, nah, not for me. But as time passed, I was like, yeah, sure, sure, why not? I'll give it a try. And then I wore it and started wearing it regularly, and like people started to notice it, like, it's interesting. At least it has that thing and that element going for it. People are coming forward just to ask you, what the hell are you wearing? And it comes with a magnetic cap. So everyone's favorite, also magnetic cap. uh Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. These are three fragrances for three budgets. Of course, the most obvious choice is going to be the Code here. I believe it's a great fragrance. It just gets the job done. But if you are a little bit more adventurous, go with the Supers. And if you are more on a budget, just go with the Zara. All of them can work, like for you, for a date, if you wear them with confidence, as is true for any other fragrance. So that part depends on you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.